Hello and welcome to today's social studies lesson. So first of all guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera?
Hello.
Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our lap and close our eyes. And when you're ready guys, you can come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretching sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. Let's begin by stretching up high, tight to the sky. And then we'll go down low, touch our toes. And next, can we go back up high? And this time, tippy toe high. And when we're there, let's give a wave. And then back down to touch our toes. Okay guys, now stand up straight, hands on hips. Let's have a wiggle. Stop. Let's have a wiggle. Stop. And now we'll go forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. Stop. And we go round and round. Round and round. Round and round and stop. And now we go back the other way. Good exercise for our spines. Give our spine a stretch. And stop. And now let's have a shake out. Shake it out. Let's have a little dance and shake it out. Stop. And to finish, we will do 5 jumps straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent guys, have a seat. So I will begin this lesson by drawing a picture. Who can tell me what this is, guys? House. We'll call it a house. How do we spell house? U-S-E. House.
House.
And here we will draw tree. How do we spell tree? T-R-E-E. House.
House.
Tree.
Tree.
And what do we call the gap in between? We have a space. Space. from the house to the tree. Do you know what we call this space? Beginning with D. Distance. Excellent. Well remembered, guys. The space from the house to the tree is what we call the distance. D-I-S-T-A-N-C-E. Distance. How can we measure the distance? We want to know how far is the tree from the house. If we want to measure how far the tree is from the house, what sort of things can we use to measure the distance? I can think of one thing everybody has on their desk right now. Ruler. We use a ruler to measure. How do we spell ruler, guys? R-U-L-E-R. Ruler. What other types of objects could we use to measure distance? We have ruler. How about a measuring tape? Excellent. Measuring tape. M-E-A-S-U-R-I-N-G. Measuring tape. Excellent. We've got two good units of measurement here. We have ruler or measuring tape. But you know what? There's other sorts of things that we can use. Back in olden times, before we had rulers, before we had measuring tape, do you know one thing that we can use that was used in olden times? Do you know what this is? Pace. Before we had rulers, before we had measuring tapes, people would measure distances by doing something that is called a pace. Okay, so we have pace. P-A-C-E. Pace. Or hands. People would use their hands. One hand, two hands, three hands, four hands, five hands. How do we spell hands, guys? A-N-D-S. Or if it's larger than measuring with hands, we can use our arms. Excellent. We can use what's called our arm span. A-R-M-S-P-A-N. Okay, we have 5 units of measurement now. Ruler. Measuring tape. Pace. Hands. Arm span. These are what we can call our measurement tools. M-E-A-S-U-R-E-M-E-N-T. Measurement tools. So all together, guys, measurement tools. Ruler. Measuring tape. Pace. Hands. Arm span. These two here, ruler and measuring tape, these are what we call accurate. Accurate unit of measurement. Does anybody know why they're accurate? Okay, let's look at our rulers now. On our rulers, we have set units of measurement. Everybody's ruler is the same. 10 centimeters on my ruler is the same as 10 centimeters on everybody else's ruler. If we flip it upside down, we have inches. 5 inches on my ruler is the same as 5 inches on everybody else's ruler. So we can say that this measurement tool is accurate. And we spell that word A-C-U-R-A-T-E. Accurate. But when we talk about pace, hands, arm span, do we think that these measurement tools are accurate? No. Why? You look at my size. Am I the same size as you guys? No. So my hand, will it be the same as your hand? No, it will be different. So if I say, oh, the distance from the tree to the house, if for me I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hands. Can I have one volunteer come forward, please? Prel, come and join me. Come and join me at the front. For me, it was 5 hands. Now, I'm going to get my student, Prel, to demonstrate. Prel, how many hands does it take you to get from the tree to the house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for Prel, 7 hands. For teacher, 5 hands. This is what we call not accurate. Accurate, ruler. Measuring tape. Not accurate, pace. Hands. Arm span. And why is it not accurate? Because everybody's bodies are different. Prel, thank you very much. High five. Big round of applause for Prel for demonstrating. And well done, guys, for listening. That was very good again. And what we've got now, we've got a PowerPoint presentation so that we can learn more about the different measurement tools, and ones that are accurate and ones that are not accurate. So let's turn to have a look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about measurement tools. Measurement. The distance between two objects. You can see here, if we hold our 2 fingers fairly closely, we could say the distance is 70 millimeters. But when we look at countries, we're looking at long distances. We can't measure with our fingers. Does anybody know where this map is? Recognize the map? USA, America, a very big place. And you can see the distance between some of the cities, thousands of miles. So distances can be very small or very big. So measurement tools. Let's have a look at some standard tools. We have measuring tape, ruler, measuring stick. Ruler is used to measure small objects. Can anybody tell me what this object is in the picture? It's a nail. How long is the nail? 1 centimeter? No. 2 centimeters? No. 2.5?
Yes.
Yes, I think about 2.5 centimeters. You can see the point of the nail. We measure an object from one end to the other. This is its length or distance. Measuring tape. We use a measuring tape to measure objects in the home. And the good thing about a measuring tape, it's flexible. So you see, we can measure around corners because a measuring tape will bend. Accurate. Remember that word from before? Everybody's ruler, everybody's measuring tape looks the same. So if I say on my ruler 10 centimeters, it's the same on your ruler. That's what we call accurate. Well done, guys. Non-standard tools. We can use sometimes cubes, yarn, paper clips, shoes, or pencils. We can sometimes use these types of objects to measure distance too. And ones we've looked at already, arm span, hand span, pace. Are these accurate? No, these are what we call not accurate. And why are they not accurate? Everybody is different. So one more time, guys, let's have a look at the accurate ones. We have ruler, measuring tape, accurate, arm span, hand span, pace, not accurate. Any questions, guys? No. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so that they can learn more about the various measurement tools and also how some tools are accurate and how some tools are not accurate. And now it's time for our stretch sequence, guys. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this round, we'll have a game of Teacher Says. So let's listen, okay? If teacher says, we can do. If teacher doesn't say, don't do. Okay? Hands on head. Teacher says, put your hands on your hips. Teacher says, touch your knees. Teacher says, touch your shoulders. Hands on head. Hands on knees. Hands on hips. Teacher says, hands on shoulders. Okay, teacher says, hands down. Teacher says, jogging on the spot. Quickly. Teacher says, stop. Teacher says, turn around. Turn around again. Teacher says, go down into a ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teacher says, jump. And teacher says, sit down. Excellent, guys, well done. So now our students are going to demonstrate the various types of measurement tools. So what's one of the first tools we can use, guys? Hand. So number 1 will be hand. H-A-N-D. And then number 2. Okay, number 2. Pace. P-A-C-E. And number 3. Arm span. A-R-M-S-P-A-N. A-N. So we have hand, pace, arm span. Are these types of measurement tools, are they accurate or not accurate? Not accurate. Well done. We can say not, N-O-T, accurate. A-C-C-U-R-A-T-E. Not accurate. But next we'll have a look at some accurate measurement tools. How about a ruler? R-U-L-E-R. Ruler. And number 5, measuring tape. M-E-A-S-U-R-I-N-G. Measuring. Tape. T-A-P-E. And we know that these two types of measurement tools are accurate. A-C-C-U-R-A-T-E. Okay, so we have hand, pace, arm span, ruler, and measuring tape. Now I would like a volunteer to demonstrate measurement tool number 1, hand. Nadia, come and join me at the front. So what we need to do, we need to measure the distance from one side of our board to the other. So how many hands do we think it will take, Nadia? 22. I think around 20. So Nadia, can you start here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How many hands did it take, Nadia? What was the distance in hands? 16 hands. So I will write 1, 6 hands, 16. Nadia, high five. Big round of applause for Nadia. So now we're going to measure pace. Remember, pace, guys, is as far as you can go in one step. That is what we call a pace. So who would like to demonstrate pace? Anton, come and join me at the front. Okay, so remember we need to start at one end of the board. You can start here. So make sure you stand right on line with the board, and then, as long as you can, one step. How many do we think for Kangpon? 3. Okay. So 1, 2, and a little bit more. So we can say, can you do one more time for me? So let's see one more time. Let's see if we can do 2. One more time. 1, 2, 2.5. Shall we say 2.5? So we will write paces 2.5. 2.5 paces from one side of the board to the other. Pangpon, high five. Big round of applause for Pangpon. So far we're looking at our board distance, 16 hands, 2.5 paces. So now let's look at arm span. Can somebody demonstrate arm span for me? Dan, would you like to demonstrate arm span? Come and join me at the front. So what's arm span, guys? Remember how far we can stretch our arms. So let's see, Dan, can you go like this? How many arm spans do we think for Dan?
2.5.
I think maybe between 2 and 3. So let's see, stretch your arms out. That's what we call one arm span. So to here. And now, can you change? Less. Okay, so maybe 1 3/4. Do you think, Dan? 1 3/4. So we will write 1 3/4 is our arm span. High five. Big round of applause for down. But what do we notice about them 3 measurements, guys? They are not accurate. That means that if somebody else comes to measure, they might be different because we have different sized bodies. But our next 2 measurement tools are what we call accurate. So, who would like to demonstrate the ruler? Prel, come and join me at the front. Excellent. So how many ruler distances do you think it will take? I think more, maybe 12. You can see,
15.
this is the length of 1 ruler. How many rulers to get from one side of the board to the other?
15.
14. We'll see. Prel, can you demonstrate for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 1/4. Okay, so we can say 7 1/4 rulers. Okay, 7 1/4 rulers. High five for Prel and big round of applause. And now the final measurement tool, measuring tape. Who has the measuring tape? Pak Boom, come and join me. So this time we can really measure the distance. So what do we think in centimeters, guys? From one side of the board to the other. How many centimeters? I think maybe 300. 37. 37 centimeters. I think maybe 300. So let's see. Pak Boom, can you start at this end of the board? And what we can do, we start from 0. Excellent. Okay, so start with 0 at your end of the board. Can you turn over? We'll do centimeters. Okay, so to here, 150 centimeters. What do we think, guys, by the time we get to here? What's the guess?
200.
200. Any more guesses?
210.
210. Okay. 205. Any more guesses? 215. 220. Okay. So I'll keep my finger here now. 150. Pak Boom, can you bring it back to 0? So we hold it from here, and then $92. So 150 plus 92. What do we think? 242 centimeters. Okay? So we can write the distance here is 242 centimeters. Is this accurate? Yes, we know it's accurate because we have a universal measuring device. 242 centimeters. Pak Boom, that was excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Pak Boom. And round of applause for everyone, guys. That was well done. And now it's time for our worksheet activity. So teachers, for this worksheet activity, you'll need to print one off and give to each of your students. And what our students need to do is they need to look at their desks and examine the distance on their desks. They need to choose 4 different measurement tools. They can choose them themselves. Ideas that we could use, guys, are hands, rulers, pencils, erasers, anything you can think of. But you need to use 4 different measurement tools to measure the distance of your desks, and then record the measurements and findings on your worksheet. Okay, guys, so what's the first thing we must do? Write our names on top. And teachers, give our students around 15 minutes for this activity and assist them with anything they need. So, Nadia, that's for you. You're welcome. Down, for you. Ned, that's your one. Pro, for you. Bangpon, that's your one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Lakgao,
Thank you.
Shu, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And Pak Boom. So guys, write your names on top and then think. You can use 4 different things to measure your desks. They can either be accurate, like a ruler, or not accurate, like your hand. It's up to you. You could use your pencils. You could use an eraser. You could use your head. You could see how many heads it takes to get to the end of your desk. But I think the best one to use would be the ruler. So first, start with your rulers and see. So let's have a look. Nadia, in centimeters, your desk. 0 is here, 30 centimeters. So then we'll go 29. So 30 plus 29 centimeters. 59. 30 plus 29, 59. So if you all use your rulers as the first example, you should get around 59 centimeters. That's because a ruler is accurate. So you should all get the same measurement. Now, what do you get for your ruler? Is it the same? Let's see. Start at 0, 30. And then 29 again, yes. 30 plus 29? 59 centimeters. So you see, that's why we call a ruler an accurate measurement tool, because everybody gets the same. But when you use your hands, people will get different measurements because we have different sized hands. Okay, so in here you will write ruler. R U L E R. Excellent. 59 centimeters cm. Excellent, Nadia. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity and had fun working out the distance using various measurement tools of their desks. So one more time today, guys, we've learnt about measurement tools. Hands. Pace. Arm span. Which are not accurate. And then ruler and measuring tape, which are accurate. And we use all of these things to measure distance. Excellent, guys. Very well done. And that's the end of today's lesson. So we hope you've had fun, found it interesting, and learned something too. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we all turn to wave and say goodbye? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again soon.